Listen to.
Well, I may be windy, but I ain't ornery. When my time comes to die, I won't drag it out. I'll just do it. Why the hell don't you?
Thibodeau.
I don't scare anymore.
Neither did Shoop or Norton.
You wouldn't gun down a police officer.
What'd stop me? Fear of dying?
In his grave, John burned the books, lies a moldering in his grave, but his horse keeps galloping on.
Moses? Would you care to do business with a voice from the grave?
Mr. Brooks, it's a pure pleasure to groom your horse, and even a greater pleasure to do business with you. Would you kindly step into my office?
It'll be a pleasure.
Right this way, please. Yes, sir. Now, let me see where I put my spectacles, because I wouldn't want to make no financial mistake. Yes, sir. Here they are, Mr. Brooks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. $100.
Well, that's a lot of money, Moses. Who do I have? What's this for?
What's it for? For your horse.
My horse? I want to sell my horse, but this wouldn't buy my saddle.
Oh, but Mr. Brooks, you done agreed.
When?
When you sent Gillum, when Mr. Rogers said this morning that $100 would be just fine with you.
Well, I'll have to have a little talk with Mr. Rogers. As far as the horse goes, it's 3.
300?
300.
I might maybe can go 200.
You might maybe go more than that, because you'll get more than that, because it's mine. 3.
250.
3, and I'll throw the saddle in for cash.
Well, what about my bill?
You throw that in.
Oh, Mr. Brooks, I ain't made of money.
Moses, are we going to stand here and haggle all day?
Mr. Brooks, you're the most famous man I ever seen and the second best haggler.
Who's the best?
Here I stand.
Well, let's get to haggling.
Let's get to haggling. All right. Let's get to haggling. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 200. 200. 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 295.
No.
296?
No.
97? 98?
Oh.
You mean I get? Mr. Brooks, that makes me the best haggler.
The best in the world, Moses.
Yes, sir.
Gillum? Gillum? Where's Gillum?
In the woodshed.
That's appropriate.
Why?
You stay out of this. Gillum?
I'm in here.
You'll account to me.
Sir?
You're trying to cheat me, and Moses was trying to cheat you.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm glad of that. But it doesn't... it doesn't tell me very much.
She cried on my shoulder this morning on account of you. I had to comfort her. And then the lodgers moved out. Your room is a mess. And now Ma's worried about losing the house. Well, I just thought that maybe you might want to do something to try and make it up to her. I thought you might be interested in selling your horse since you're...
Since I'm what?
You're dying.
How'd you find that out?
Ma told me. I guess I'm the last one in town to know about it.
Gillum, don't you think you should have talked to me before you tried to sell my horse?
Yes, sir. I suppose. But I just wanted to see first if Moses would buy it, that's all. I'm not a horse thief.
Men's motions can tangle him all up sometimes. I've been operating on the raw edge lately, Gillum. Guess I just jumped too far too fast. But, son, I never thought you were a horse thief. I hope I can hang around long enough to make it up to you.
Sir? Do you think... Would you give me a shooting lesson?
A shooting lesson? Well, a man should know how to handle a gun. Use it with discretion. But, you gonna tell your mother?
Well, do I have to?
Come on, I'll get us something to shoot with.
It's beautiful.
See that tree on the left with a divided trunk? You take the right side. Now aim well and put 5 slugs in it.
Why not 6?
You keep your hammer on an empty chamber for safety.
And if you're going out to face somebody?
Well, load 6 if your insides tells you to. Now take your time. That's good shooting, Gillum.
Hey, Mr. Books, my spread's not much bigger than yours.
You did well. Where'd you learn to shoot like that?
Jay Cobb lets me practice with him down by the lake when he's not in jail. Day before yesterday, he smashed some salesman's jaw.
Nice employer you have.
Well, it's just temporary, till I find whatever's right for me.
Yeah.
Boy, wouldn't I like to see him and Jack Pulford go at it. Whew. Did you hear about what Pulford did?
I did.
Mr. Books,
Yeah?
how'd you ever kill so many men?
Well, I lived most of my life in the wild country, and you set a code of laws to live by.
What laws?
I won't be wronged. I won't be insulted. I won't be laid a hand on. I don't do these things to other people, and I require the same from them.
But how could you get into so many fights and then always come out on top? I nearly tied you shooting.
Friend, there's nobody up there shooting back at you. It isn't always being fast or even accurate that counts. It's being willing. I found out early that most men, regardless of cause or need, aren't willing. They blink an eye or draw a breath before they pull a trigger. I won't.
Bat Masterson told Cobb.
Pat Masterson.
Yeah. He says that a man has to have guts, deliberation, and a proficiency with firearms.
Did he mention that third eye you better have?
Third eye?
For that dumbass amateur. It's usually some six-fingered buster that couldn't hit a cow in a tit with a tin cup that does you in. But then Bat Masterson always was full of sheep dip. Oh, I hope you're smart enough to know that Who Hit John don't go with guns.
Oh, sure. Yes, sir.
Well, now that we got that cleared up. As my Mexican friend said, to the pure life.
Johnny,
Yes?
may I come in? Don't you remember me?
Sarepta? Oh, sir. I can't tell you how happy I am you're here.
I came the minute I heard. changed so much?
No, it's just been a long time.
It isn't true, is it?
God, how I loved you.
And I loved you. Is it true? No.
Oh, don't cry, Sarah. We all have our time.
I must look a sight.
For sore eyes. You still with Bardi?
No. He treated me the way I did you, just up and skipped.
We should have married.
Spilled milk. You never did, huh?
No.
Now you're alone. I'm so glad I'm here.
So am I.
Would you still like to? We could get a minister and just say I do. That way I'd have the certificate. I'd have something to go on.
Not much.
I'd have your name.
How far would that take you?
Long ways, maybe.
How?
Johnny, you're too modest, you know. Everybody knows who you are. I'd be Mrs. J.B. Books. I'd be somebody.
It wouldn't buy you any bacon.
Well, it might. See, that's how come I knew that you had... That you was ailing bad. This newspaper reporter here tracked me down. He wants to put out a book on you. He's going to write it and use my name. The Shootist. The Life and Bloody Times of J.B. Books by Sarepta Books, his wife. He said in the East that it would sell like hotcakes, and he'd split it with me.
And his name is Dobkins.
That's right. How'd you know that?
Because I kicked him out of here a few days ago for the same reason.
Johnny, what harm is there in a marriage certificate? A piece of paper?
I don't object to that. It's the book.
Why?
What does he know about my life? As a matter of fact, what do you know?
He says what he doesn't know, he'll make up. And, you know, gory things. Shoot-em-ups and midnight rides and women tearing out their hair. Johnny, it will be a corker, I promise you.
Woman, I still have some pride. Man should be allowed his human dignity.
I spent $3 on the train here. One way.
You and Dobkins are two sides of a counterfeit coin. I'll pay you back. I'll pay you both ways.
What's wrong about a book?
I'll not be remembered for a pack of lies.
'Cause you're too damn mean, that's why. You always was. Why should you care what's happening? You're dying. I have to go on living, and you don't give a hoot in hell what happens. Why should you? You won't be here.
God. And I loved you once.
You bastard. May you rot to death.
Was blighted affection that made him exclaim, "Oh, willow, titwillow." And if you remain callous and obdurate, I shall perish as he did, and you will know why. Though I probably shall not exclaim as I die, "Oh, willow."
Titwillow, Titwillow, says I.
Well, you seem in fine fettle today.
Well, I should be. I'm full of laudanum.
I'll get you breakfast.
Good, thank you. I didn't mean to break up the recital.
Oh, that's all right. It's just something for the Sunday school class with a church social.
Bond, I've driven off all your other lodgers. Is it all right if I have breakfast out here?
Oh, of course it is. I was delighted to see you had a lady caller yesterday. She asked me not to announce her. She said she wanted to surprise you. Were you surprised?
That I was. Oh, these clothes, they're my Sunday go-to-meetings. I wish you'd give them a good brushing.
Certainly.
They're getting pretty roady. 9 days on the back of a saddle and a bedroll.
Wouldn't you rather have them cleaned?
Well, that's the general idea.
No, I mean, there's a new method now called dry process cleaning. It's very good.
How long does it take?
Well, they advertise next day's service, but tomorrow's Sunday.
Well, I'm afraid I'll have to settle for the brushing because I'm going to need them first thing Monday morning.
Oh. Well, I'll ask, and if I can't get them by then, I'll brush them.
Good.
I'll get your ham and eggs.
Just biscuits will do. My stomach's kind of feeble today.
Oh. You sure you won't want these for church tomorrow?
I don't think so.
You're most welcome to accompany Gillum and me.
Maybe your church won't welcome me.
Well, that's a terrible thing to say. Doors of the church are open to everyone.
Well, my church has been the mountains and solitude. No doors at all.
That's hardly the same thing. We all need a minister to guide us.
Well, if you think of it, give a thought to my soul tomorrow.
I will. I have been praying for you. I think Gillum has, too.
Thank you both.
Tell me, what did he do yesterday that made you so angry?
Well, it isn't what he did, it's what he didn't do. But we have that straightened out. You should be proud of Gillum. He has the making of something special.
I hope so. John Bernard, I'm going to send Reverend Saunders to see you tomorrow.
No, thank you.
Well, maybe it'll make it easier for you.
No.
Just for a few minutes.
Bond, I'm tired of people pawing over my death for this reason or that or for any reason. A man's death is about the most private thing in his life. It doesn't belong to Dobkins or Reverend Saunders or Thibodeau or you. It's mine.
I suppose that's true of your soul, too.
My soul is what I've already made of it. You reprimand me for making judgments with a gun barrel poked in my face, but it's all right for you to judge me on hearsay.
But the hearsay fits.
Maybe I'm better than you've already decided. Maybe I'm no worse than that good reverend you're always bragging about.
Or maybe you just like being a gunman. I suppose you prefer the word shootist.
I don't think of myself as either.
No, you're some godlike creature of infinite knowledge, aren't you?
I'm a dying man, scared of the dark.
Damn you. Damn you for the pain you've brought into this house.
There we are, sir. Mr. Brooks,
Yes, sir?
I'm Hezekiah Beckham, the undertaker, sir.
How do you do?
I hope you don't think my stopping by is untimely, sir.
No, I admire a man with get up and go.
As the saying goes in our profession, the early worm gets the bird. I admit to having heard some unfortunate things. I'd like to express my heartfelt regret.
All right, what's your proposition?
Well, I'm prepared to offer you embalming by the most scientific methods. A bronze coffin guaranteed good for a century, regardless of the climatic or geological conditions. My best hearse, the minister of your choice, and the presence of at least 2 mourners. A headstone of the finest Carrara marble, and a plot in size and location befitting your status, sir. And perpetual care of the grounds.
How much?
Why, nothing, sir, for the privilege.
No, I mean, how much are you going to make on the deal?
Sir.
Oh, Beckham, you're going to do to me what they did to John Wesley Hardin. You're going to lay me out, let the public come by and gawp at me for 50 cents a head, 10 cents for the children. When the curiosity peters out, you're going to stuff me in a gunny sack and stick me in a hole while you hurry to the bank with your loot.
Mr. Brooks, I assure you.
Give me a scrap of paper and a pencil. You'll assure me. What good's your assurance when my veins are filled with your damn juice? No. Here's what you're going to do. First, you're going to give me $50 cash. Then early Monday morning, you're going to bring me a headstone. I want a small headstone with this written on it. Nothing else. No jabbery, no angels. You got that?
Mr. Brooks, you're a hard man.
I'm alive.
Very well. I'll set my stonecutter to work on the inscription immediately.
Mr. Beckham, the $50.
Oh.
Thank you, sir.
Curly worm, curly worm. That Beckham is just what you say he is.
Yeah. Well, now how much do I owe you?
Not one bitty penny, Mr. Brooks. Well, to watch that performance you done give, I'd have paid $10 in the theater.
Well, I may just accept your generosity.
Besides, I may just see if Beckham would like to buy some of J.B. Brooks's hair. With your permission.
Permission granted. Good day, sir.
Good day, sir. What the hell?
And the third man's name is Mike Sweeney. You know him?
Sure I do. He's got one of those horseless carriages.
And now for the favor I'm going to ask you.
Will you just tell me, sir? Anything at all? You
Don't
just...
dive in till you know how deep it is. Today's the 27th, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Well, it's Jack Wolford, Jay Cobb, and Mike Sweeney. Tomorrow morning early, I want you to go to each one of them and tell them that I'll be at the Metropole at 11 a.m. on Monday, the 29th. And don't tell any of them that you told the others.
Cobb's still in jail.
Yeah, well, tell him anyway. Think you can do that for me?
Well, I know I can, but, well, Ma's gonna have conniptions if I don't go to church in the morning.
Oh, well, you can go to church first. I telephoned Mose. You can ride old Dollar out to the Sweeney spread.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, and good night.
Son of a bitch.
Don't cuss.
Yes, sir.
You know that kind of music gets on my nerves, especially on Sunday.
Sorry. Ma, are you angry at Mr. Brooks?
Why? What did he say?
Nothing. It's just... Ma, I'm sorry. I gotta go run some errands for Mr. Brooks. I promised him.
Gillum? Gillum?
I'll be back soon as I can.
What happened? Are you all right?
Oh, I slipped in the tub.
Let me help you.
Hell.
Oh, come on. Now, here, hang on to me. That's it. Now sit on the edge of the tub. I'll get you another towel.
Damn.
Oh, John Bernard, you swear too much.
The hell I do.
Now, come on, put your arm on my shoulder. That's it. Now, why didn't you ask me to help you in the first place?
I couldn't.
Why not?
Because I promised you I wouldn't be a burden.
Yeah, but you are a burden, so let's just forget about that.
I sure as hell am. Oh, you sit down. Oh, sit down for a minute while I catch my breath. Oh. Well, we finally made it through a full day without having a fight.
But we haven't seen each other all day.
You're right there. You know, Bon, you're such a real lady on the outside, and you're full of vim and vinegar on the inside. I just never met anybody like you.
You're running low. I better call Dr. Hostetler and order some more.
No, this'll do.
Oh?
That morning appeal. I've skimmed newspapers all my life. Never got the whole good out of one. I bought this the day I arrived, and I said to myself, I'm going to read every word, and when I'm done, I'll know for a fact exactly what happened on January the 22nd in the year 1901. It's an important day in my life. Well, now I know. Would you do me a favor and give this honorable incineration in my stove?
You're getting ready to do something.
Nice you say that.
This Dry cleaning? Laudanum? Haircut?
I want you to promise me something. Tomorrow, when you see me in all my dry clean splendor and my Sunday go-to-meeting clothes, I want you to promise there'll be no questions. No surmises, no woman's intuition. All curiosity stops right here and now. Promise me? And no tears, Bond.
Mr. Books?
In here, Gillum.
Oh, so I see.
No, you don't see. I was just helping Mr. Brooks out of the bathtub.
What?
Must be hungry.
No, Ma, I'm fine.
I promise.
Thank you.
Well, sir, I got it done.
Good. How'd you get along with old Dollar?
Oh, he's a great horse. You should have seen the look on Marshal Thibodeau's face when I rode up to the jail. You know, he must have thought that I was you coming to bust Cobb out.
Hardly me.
Which is just about what I did do, because Thibodeau's going to let Cobb out long enough to meet you.
Good.
Never guess how Cobb took that.
I bet he jumped with joy.
He got all white, scared to death.
Oh?
Now, Pulford was happy. He really respects you. He told me so. And he sure was polite. He said, I eagerly await the honor and the privilege of having him try his luck at my faro table.
We'll have to give it a try. Now, how about the other fella? Sweeney.
You watch out for him, Mr. Brooks. That man is mean, and he hates you.
Well, we'll see if we can't clear that up tomorrow.
Sir?
Thank
what
you,
is...
Gillum. I think we both ought to get some sleep.
Could I just ask you something about this?
No, I'm tuckered out. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
But I have to be out before sunup, do the milk deliveries while Cobb's in jail.
Then we'll both have a busy morning. Before you go, there's something I want to give you.
No, sir. No, I won't take pay.
And I wouldn't offer it, Gillum. But you like old Dollar, don't you?
Best horse I ever rode.
Well, he's yours. I bought him back. Here's the bill of sale. Now let me get some sleep.
Sir?
Yeah?
When you asked me to do this, I didn't realize. And I just hope that nothing...
Just take good care of old Dollar.
Good night, sir.
Come in.
Pardon me, sir. We got the headstone, Mr. Beckham.
Good, just put it there on the bed.
Beckham said as how he done the best he could, but there weren't much time.
Yeah, well, that'll be all right.
Well, I'll be gol darn if they ain't gone left the date off.
That'll be all right.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Early for you, ain't it?
Yeah, well, I'm expecting somebody. Bring me a cup of coffee, will you, Murray?
Sure.
Aunt Burnett?
Oh.
How grand you look.
Thank you, Vine.
That dry process cleaning is very good, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's kind of smelly.
Well, that's the naphtha.
Well, this is my birthday. I haven't been to a saloon for a long time, and I thought I'd get a drink and celebrate.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
You have a beautiful day for it. It's what we call false spring.
Goodbye, Mrs. Rogers.
Goodbye, Mr. Books.
Well, boy, here's your big chance. Fame and fortune awaits.
After I put that old man out of his misery, I'm gonna get you.
Sure you will. Don't wet your pants.
Marshal Thibodeau! May I see you for a moment? What's going on?
Shh, Hopkins, this is law business, not newspaper business.
As you know, Adolph S. Ox is the publisher of the New York Times.
Oh, sure.
Mr. Ox has asked me for an article on how city officials are reacting to the presence of our famous Shootist. I was thinking of doing a series of stories on you.
Woo-wee. Let's get the hell off the street now. You tell him that's Thibodeau with an H now.
Oh, yes.
Morning.
Morning, Mr. Books.
You don't give a fellow very long to board this thing.
Got a schedule to keep.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Isn't it a beautiful day?
It sure is. It's what we call a false spring.
Yes, sir. Glass. Mr. Sweeney. Care to try your luck?
Whoa, whoa. Friend? For you.
What?
Make you a little more comfortable.
Well, sir, these old bones surely thank you.
I sure hope the right fella comes along. Morning, sir.
Morning.
This is my birthday. Give me the best in the house.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
And I'll tell you that was for Albert!